Welcome to another game for MJ Broadcasting, and this one's going to take place between the under 15 AA and Whitby. Both teams trying to earn the spot in the OMHA Championships in Kingston. Here comes a chance to dump off the first puck. Your starting goaltenders, Owen Legg in goal for the Toros, and Hills will be at the other end for Whitby. On the first opportunity, Whitby picked that up in their own end. Gonna look to dump this in the zone. Taken away here by the Toros in their own end. Up here for Tastula. Cole Tastula tried to get around the defender here for a chance. Goes off to the right corner. Noah Kay. Back to the blue line now. Got kept in here by Fair as they tried to throw that one to the net. It got tipped wide. Good job here to put that back in the zone. Hills will leave that from behind his own net. The lead pass is up through center here for Whitby as they dump that in. That's going over the stick of Shaw and back into the corner. Marshall putting pressure on here for Whitby, but a lead pass up through center for Logan McMurray leads it in. McMurray tried to bring it up over the line, but just over the blue line ahead of Murray for an offside. Shaw was just ahead of McMurray there for the offside. Face-off is off to the blue line. And Whitlock tried to get to that loose puck. Lead pass. Brodhagen tried to get it here against Marshall as it gets swept behind the net. Chance to get this out of his own end. That's going over the stick of Tavares. Kept in here by Service. Service puts it in behind. Brodhagen going after it here in the corner. Right in front of the net. It's right in front. Good stop there. The first test of the game for Owen Legg, and he passes it with flying colors. Face-off was off to the right of Legg. Kept in by Whitby, who have the first shot on net. And now they've got two on that backhand. Going to the front and getting held on to by Legg. Face-off was off to the right of the goal. One behind the net, trying to win that battle behind the net. Hay helping out with Noah Kay. Hay and Kay trying to get that puck behind the goal for the Toros. Right in front! That's right to the side and couldn't sweep it in. And Kay comes away with it. Noah Kay through center ice. His backhand went over the head of Tastula. Down the ice, and we'll get an icing call. Face-off now, off to the right of the Toros goal. Gets it back to the blue line, backhanded into the corner. Sikma going after it, gets a hit in behind the goal, and then gets up, and there's our first penalty of the game as he gets hit into the boards. So McMurray is going to go for boarding. Marshall will take this draw just off to the right of the Toros end. Big penalty kill to start off the game, and Whitby win the draw. Service keeps that alive. Trace Whitlock tried to get that loose puck. Back to the blue line. That's going to be over the stick of Murray and out. So Murray's got to go back in his own end to pick it up and start off his power play. Over here for Service as they're going to look for an open lane out of his own end. That's up through center. Over here to the other side. Going to try and make his way in with a shot on net. Blocked away there by Legg off to the corner. Getting it back to the blue line again for Service. His late pass from Marshall is in his feet, but he'll get it back again. In behind the net it goes for Whitby. Good job here by Fair, and Braden Fair gets it, not out. Kept in by Murray from the line. His late pass behind the goal went over the stick. Service is going to try and hold the line and could not do it. Legg again, tried to get that loose puck. They've got a man sitting at the side, stopped there by Owen Legg. On that left pad save from behind the goal. Gonna look to go back to the blue line. Murray. Service. Shot. Stopped by Legg on that one-timer. Chance to clear it. Not happening. Kept in by Murray. Murray with a shot to the net, and that gets knocked down. Service with a shot. That gets tipped wide of the net. From behind the goal, scooped up here by Whitby. Back to the line for Service, who's changed spots. There's a shot that gets tipped up wide by Marshall. But it's all Whitby on this power play, just haven't contributed anything yet. That gets sent down the ice. From behind the goal, he's going to leave it behind his own net. Keeping it behind the goal, he's going to lead pass up through center. Kay was trying to get there as well. Up through center, they're going to bring this in. Going to look to get around Shaw, but Shaw held him up. Tavares trying to help as well. Tavares. Try to get it up in front. And that's going to get kept in by Bradicka. Bradicka shot. That's knocked down at the front, and somewhere in the equipment of Leg, he's going to find it. Face off now is off to his left. Trying to win this right to the front. Stopped by Leg. Loose puck from the side and gets swept out of danger. And finally Leg is able to get a body on that underneath of him. It laid right there in the goal. The Toros defense were able to find it and get it underneath of Leg to get another draw. They're 1 for 1 on their penalty kill. They've killed off the penalty to Logan McMurray. Won by Whitby on the draw. The shot isn't going to make it through. It went right to the goal and got kicked away by Leg. McMurray tried to go to the other side. We're getting a penalty coming up, and this one's going to come to Whitby. So the first Toros power play is coming up, as this is going to go for hooking. My apologies. The penalty is going to go for holding. Either way, it's a Whitby penalty. And it's going to go to Stringer, going to the box for holding. Face-off is off to the left of Hills in the Whitby goal. Whitlock will take this draw deep into the Whitby end. Trying to win it and start off this power play. Ethan Leg tries to win that battle as well. Picked up here by Whitby. They're not going to find that loose puck here. Digging away at it with everything he's got against Leg. Kept in by Whitlock from the line. Putting it behind the net. A chance to clear. Evan Hay went in there for the hit. Kept in here from the line by Hill. From behind the net now. Looking at in front here. That hit Hills and couldn't find the puck, but the Toros get it back again. Good drop pass into the corner. Whitlock gets it back to the blue line. Looking for a shot to the screen. That gets tipped wide as Leg couldn't get a stick on it. That's going over the stick of Hill and down the ice. Leg is going to have to hustle as Marshall was coming in here. And then Marshall delivers the hit on the left side. Marshall from behind the net. He's going to get pinned back there by Hill behind the goal. Drop pass into the corner for Braden Fair. Fair's pass was up through center as they try and bring it in. And away comes Cole Tashler, dumping that deep into the corner. From behind the net, Griffin was going there as well. Back to the blue line. Broadhagen shot. Not getting through. Picked up by Whitby and backhanded out. Up over the line. Here comes a chance. Shaw showing off some speed as he tries to win the battle in the corner. From their own end, going to look to get it over here against Shaw. And couldn't get it around the defender. Griffin with a chance to clear it out. Getting it up through center comes Griffin up over the line as he bringing it in. Getting up there with Tashler. Griffin the shot. That goes wide on that shot. Wide behind the net. Right in front, that redirection just missed the net. Coming around the side to try and keep it in is Tashler behind the goal. Tashler gets it back to the line as he looks to get this pass back here for Broadhagen. Shaw's going to come in and take a shot on that. Redirected to the front. Try to find it there. And Hills is able to scoop that up right as the penalty was ending to Stringer as he closed up the 5-hole and kept it out. Whitlock now to take the draw. Down the ice. This is going to go for icing. Whitlock will take the draw now. It's key face-off off to the right of Hills. Captained by Cole Housen. Housen puts that behind the net. Coming around the boards here again. Looking at in front. And that'll get picked away here through center against Ethan Leg. Good job here to put this in the zone by Stringer. Behind the net it goes now. Stringer trying to win this battle here in the corner. Taken away here by the Toros. As back in his own end went Hill. Can't get it out. Now it just hop over the line of Schuler from the line. Back into the Toros end it goes to the other side. Scooped up here now by Stringer who brings it in. Stringer tries to make his way in behind the net. Right off the side of the goal there on that shot. Sorry, that's Henry, number 2. Here comes a chance for Gardner to get it out. Couldn't do it. Schuler a shot wide. Henry coming here after it. Henry makes a play and takes a hit against Leg. Right in front of the net. That is behind the goal to try and get it back to the line. Marshall puts it into the corner. Racing after it there was Marshall to try and get that loose puck. Marshall gets it again. Back to the line for Henry. Henry's shot is blocked. Kept in again from the other side. There's a shot. Stopped by leg. And he's able to hold on to it. Face-off is off to the right of the goal. Here comes Service with a shot wide of the net. Coming around the boards for Stringer, who tried to put it back in. Service coming back after it in his own end. Going off the boards here to try and dump it in. As they come up over the line, it's offside. Face-off right here in front of us. Gets won by Marshall. Pushed back in behind the net. That's Braden Fair coming after it behind his own goal. Picked off here by Baris. Baris tries to win that battle behind the goal now. Ethan Sickma going after him here in the corner. Marshall trying to help out behind the net and get it free for Whitby. Baris from the side tried to jam it in and up against the post to make that stop with his leg and hangs on to it. Face-off is off to the right of Owen Legg. Hit there in the corner from behind the net it goes. Broadhagen tried to get rid of it out of his own end. Here comes a chance by Legg up through center for Whitlock. Whitlock had it knocked away off him at the other end, off the boards, and back into the Toros end it goes Broadhagen. Out through center comes Legg with a lead pass. That's coming over here to the other side. It's going to get tipped back in. From behind the goal, scooped up by Bradica, trying to get it out of his own end. That was Shaw out there to try and help as well. Along with Whitlock, behind the goal it goes. Flipping this up, knocked down here, good job to hold that in by Whitlock. As that's off to the corner from behind the net. Scooped up here by Whitby and a chance to clear. Shaw isn't going to get there, so here comes a dump in on goal. Wide of the net, Broadhagen scooping it up from behind and trying to get it out. Lead pass for Tastula now. Tastula flips it in. Behind the net it goes. Henry taking this from behind his own net and starts it out for Whitby. That flip pass through center is picked up here by Quinn as Stringer's going after it here, number 71, along with Quinn. Put back in behind the Toros net as that gets picked up and fired around the boards against Tastula. Kept in from the line, pushed in behind the net by Murray. Chance to get it out was Evan Hay and couldn't get it out. There's a big hit that sent his man down. Quinn and Stringer going after the puck. Around the boards, gets kept in here from the line. A shot on net is blocked on the way through. Good job there by Noah Kay to get in front of that one. Off to the corner, trying to get it out, slapped around the boards. Got kept in here by Murray. Another opportunity to clear, and this one will go down the ice and go for icing. Face-off is off to the left of the Toros end. Fair with it, pushes it to the side for Sickma. Ethan Sickma tried to get it out of his own end and got it up here for Griffin to get it out just enough through center. There comes a chance back up the other way. They've got Baris going to the front. Couldn't get a pass there to him. And now it gets cleared out. Service from center puts it in. Back in behind the net it goes. From behind the net they're going to start this out with a lead pass. That was knocked down but over the stick. And brought in right on net. That goes wide. From behind the goal now. Setting it up. Trying to jam it in from the side. Hills had that angle covered. Skating away. Trying to get around Fair, and that's not going to work. Braden Fair with a nice defensive play. Got it up here for Griffin. Up over the line they come. Couldn't take the puck. The pass for Ethan Legg went over his stick, so he's got to pick it up here in the Whitby end. From behind the goal. It's going to be trying to get picked off here on the other side. Dumped into the corner. Hill coming back after it. Along with Whitlock to try and get that loose puck. Lead pass was out of the reach of Legg, but not enough to go for icing. From the corner here, Legg trying to win the battle. That's getting flipped past everybody. This will have enough to go, and it'll be an icing call. It's going to be a Whitlock now to take this draw just off to the right of Hills, who gets set in the goal. Face-off is trying to get back here to the line, and that comes out. Back into the Toros end, and it gets stopped. Legg had a chance there to stop it, and comes here to the side for Gardner. Brock Gardner tried to get it out of his own end, got kept in by Toros. That gets fired high, up into the netting, and out of play. Face-off is off to the right of Leg, who gets set back in the goal. Kicked out of the draw. Quinn has got to take it for Whitby. Marshall moves off to his right. Quinn back to the line. Murray with a shot. That's going to go in wide. Trying to get this loose puck first. They'll start it with Cole Tashla. Marshall went for the hit and missed him. Goes back into the Whitby end. Murray is going to have Noah Kay on him to try and get that puck away. From behind the goal, Kay is trying to deliver the hit behind the net. Here comes Whitby with a lead pass. Got it up here for Quinn. Quinn was looking for Marshall, but that was going to be offside, and now it is. McMurray now to take the draw, loses it. Here comes a chance now to bring in for Whitby. Drop pass on that backhand right to the front of the net. Redirected wide by Stringer. Picked up here by Whitby again. Down low for Stringer. Gonna look at in front of the net here for a pass. It goes back to the blue line again. Held in here by Murray, who puts it behind the net. Toros with a chance to clear with Griffin. Sam Griffin with a lead pass here for Shaw. Trying to catch up to it. Shaw, shot! That doesn't make it to the net. It might have missed Hills. Right to the front of the goal. That one goes wide of the net as well on the right side. From behind the net. They're going to set this up in front. It's in that battle trying to set one to the goal. Kicked away by Hills. Around the boards it goes. Gets kept in by Griffin. But his shot goes in wide from the corner. Behind the net it goes now for the Toros to try and get that loose puck. It's right here at center with Sigma. Over here to the other side. We're into the last minute of play. Up period number 1. Back into the corner it goes. From behind the net, Whitby going after it. Going for that hit in behind the goal. Whitlock trying to help out to keep this alive. Right on net. That's going to get kept in by Fair from the line. Brendan Fair did his job to try and hold it in. But now it's a turnover. And it comes back the other way. Trying to make his way through and split through was Marshall and couldn't get in. 30 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Back to the line and gets kept in by Bradica. Tavares couldn't shoot it one to the net. So there's another one going to the front and it got blocked. Good play there to keep that alive by Schuler. Toros get it up out of their own end for Whitlock. Whitlock with the final shot on net of period number 1, going in on goal and gets steered off to the right by Hills. Looking to shoot this one. That one isn't going to count as a shot on net. The buzzer went before Hills made that final save as we go to the second period. Tied at 0. Here we go to start off period number 2 from the Rickard Arena for the under 15. AA Toros to take on Whitby. Schuler from behind the net starts it out. Ethan Knight putting pressure on his man, coming around the other side for Nakawatasi. Couldn't get a shot on it. Chance to get this out of his own end. Harder on the boards as that gets knocked down by Whitlock. Here's a shot. Flagged down and held on to by Hills. Face-off now is off to the right of Hills. It's a scramble draw trying to get it free. Maurice is over here to try and get it. Evan Hay gets control. Behind the net it goes. Late pass for Tavares to try and get it out. It'll come through center. Tavares to Murray. Murray tries to make his way in against Hay as he dumps it in on the backhand. Behind the net it goes for Hill, trying to win that battle. He's trying to move this puck up through center. He's trying to find a lane to get through Henry and Murray. Shot on net. Stopped there by Hills as he holds on to it. Face-off is coming off now to the right of Hills, who gets ready in the goal. Here comes a chance to win that draw. Behind the net was McMurray. Around the boards here for Horn, number 73. That's off to the corner to try and come around the boards. Captain here at the other end. Horn is over here along with Marshall. Horn tried to get it out of his own end, could not do it. Here comes Shaw. Shaw to the net, hit a stick and went wide. Behind the goal, trying to throw it up in front. Great opportunity there by Griffin. Behind the net it goes for Shaw. Shaw in front from McMurray, couldn't shoot as that gets tipped away. Back into the Toros corner goes Sigma after the loose puck. Sigma, late pass for Griffin. Sam Griffin through center ice, brings it in. Griffin gonna look for a shot on net. That hit a stick and went in wide. Here comes a chance now for Stringer to get it out. Tipped off the boards. He tries to pick up that loose puck. 3 Toros players put that back in behind the goal. Bradica from behind the net now sets up Nakawatasi, who tried to get it out of his own end, and that's not going to work. Back in behind the goal. Around the boards. Kept in here by Brodhagen from the line. That didn't make it to the net. Nakawatasi, 3 center ice, brings it in. Nakawatasi had the opportunity to get around the defender from behind the goal. Coming around the side here for Whitby as Tashler tried to get to the loose puck. Brodhagen trying to stick to his man as well behind the goal. Lead pass. Here comes a chance, but it's going to be way too far ahead against Henry. Schooler moves it in. Schuler with a lead pass. Nakawatasi pass. That went over the stick there at the side of Baris. Marshall trying to win that battle on the left-hand side. Shot from the side. Stopped there by Leg at the left side of the net. Trying to get this out of their own zone and get it out. Marshall right back down low, trying to jam it in from the side. And once again, Leg up against the post to make that key save in close and keep it out. Face-off now is coming off to the right as Owen Leg gets back ready in his goal. Schuler puts it down low. There's a shot that hits wide as Tavares tried to send one to the net. Back to the blue line. Henry a shot. It's going to get tipped wide. Kept in though by Whitby. Back to the line for Henry. His shot is going to get tipped wide. Baris on that loose puck now. Baris puts it down low in behind the goal for Tavares, who goes back to the line for Henry. To the other side for Schuler looking for a shot. Blocked away by Owen Leg. Off to the side. It goes behind the net and they'll clear it away. Henry tried to put it back in. Got knocked down by Hausen in his own end with a lead pass for Kay. Trying to find this loose puck here on the other end was Hay. Kay to Hay. Evan Hay from the side. Stopped there by Hills. Tasla now gets it. Cole Tasla puts it down low on a backhand. Around the boards goes Noah Kay. Kay has control of the puck and tries to put it in past Henry. Kay is here in the corner to try and set it up. Taken away there by Marshall, but he didn't have the puck on his string and lost control of it. From their own end. Gonna look to dump it in for Noah Kay, who tips it the length of the ice back into the corner. Looking to play chase after it was Griffin, along with Tasla. Hard around the boards. It gets kept in by the toe of the shot. That redirection finds its way into the glove hand of Hills, who will hold on to it. Face-off is off to the right now of Hills. Backhand around the net. Chance to keep this in, and he does. Good job by Sigma. Logan McMurray will put it back deeper behind the net, where Stringer will put it on his backhand. Kept in here, tried to keep it in, but missed the puck, and that leads to maybe 2-on-1. Stringer getting up here with Horn, but he couldn't get a pass to him. Right in front of the net, they're trying to get a stick on it, and the Toros are the ones that do. Trying to move it out through center. He's got to get around the defender, but Griffin is just a skate ahead, and it'll be an offside. Marshall to take the draw, and Whitlock beats him. Backhand up through center to try and get it around Quinn. Knocked down here by Murray as they try and dump it up here for Nakawatasi. Nakawatasi couldn't get one to the front of the net, so now it's Brodhagen to put it behind the goal. Coming around the net here to try and keep it in. It got kept in by Bradica from the line, and the shot got tipped wide. Trying for the wraparound this time, and that got stopped again by Leg, who's trying to find it, and he'll finally scoop it up. Face-off was coming off to the left of Owen Leg. Shaw tried to get that behind the net. Out in front, it gets tipped away. Here comes a chance back up the other way. Has to dump that deep behind the goal. Brock Gardner going after his own puck behind, trying to take Bradica off the puck. Almost caused a turnover as that gets swept away. Here comes a chance. Shot on goal. Blocked it away there by Leg off Baris. Shot it again. Right in front of the goal. That's going to get stopped as well by Leg. And he didn't like that there was somebody coming into his crease area and made sure that he let him know it, giving him that extra shot after he covered the puck up. Face-off coming off to the right. Schuler keeps that in. Right to find it. That's a knockdown. Chance to clear it out. Trying to turn up the wheels up through center. Here's Evan Hay. Hay, front of the net, stop by Hills. And it just skipped over the side, or that could have been an open net. Shot from the line by Hausen, goes into the corner for Hay. Hay for Kay, off to the side. Noah Kay in front, Nobody there but a Whitby sweater to take it away for Tavares. Tavares tried to shoot this on that. Kicked aside there by Leg off to the corner. Kept in here at the line by Schuler. Schuler looked for a shot. That gets tipped wide of the goal on that opportunity. Trying to get it back here for Schuler again. Kept in here by Henry though this time, as it'll come here to the other side. Whithausen with a big hit on the other end. It gets scooped up by the Toros out of their own zone. The late pass is tape to tape. They're bringing it in. Coming up here with Shaw, just dumped in on goal, and it gets handled by Hills and held on to. Face-off was off to the right of the Whitby end. Trying to put it around the boards to get it out. Sigma and Griffin kept it alive. Behind the goal goes Murray after it, and Mick Murray tries to put him into the boards. Kept in by the Toros. Shot on net is redirected wide. From behind the net, scooped up by Henry. The pass for Horn was out of his reach. Quinn trying to help as well. Quinn looking to get a pass up here for Baris. Instead, dumps it deep back into the Toros end. From behind the goal, he gets scooped up here by the Toros as they start out of their own zone with a lead pass against Henry. From his own zone, he's going to dump this in. Got knocked down, though, out in front. Hard around the boards for Horn. Horn can't get it out past Sigma, as Ethan Sigma puts that back in here for the Toros. Horn couldn't get that loose puck, and now it gets fired right back where it came from. Behind the Whitby net goes Henry after it. Henry had it behind the goal to try and set things up. Under 8 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Horn tried to get it over here to the other side. Big hit again there by Leg, who came up and made sure that his presence was known with a big hit at the Whitby bench area. Trying to tip this away against Bradica. Good move to try and get through. He's up through center to try and start this on his own as Whitlock. Out in front, nobody there to convert. Brock Gardner going off to the side, goes back to the line. Taken away here by Whitby's Stringer. Stringer's coming up over the line. Nakawatsi was able to keep himself on side. Up through center they come. Here comes a chance. Hay just dumps it deep. That's going way past a surprise Marshall going down the ice for icing. Face-off is off to the right now of Hills. Won it by Whitby. Behind the net for Bradica. Late pass for Tavares. Tried to get it up. He got it up there and Marshall tried to tip it to himself. Behind the goal goes Colehausen. Tavares tried to knock that down in the right corner. Looking for somebody out in front of the net. Taken away by Evan Hay. Hay tried to make his way through versus Marshall, and it gets lost there at center. Tavares through center ice, picks that up. Tavares with a drop pass. Baris with a shot. That gets knocked down on the way through. Here comes a chance back up the other way now. Toros trying to get it around Service as he puts it behind the net. Bradica from behind the goal tried to get rid of it. Baris with a chance to clear, and he will. Baris actually got a pass up there. Here comes a chance to bring it in. Horn is all on his own. They get it over there for Horn, and he tipped it wide, or Leg was able to get a piece of that. Horn, shot! Stopped there by Leg this time. Big hit there by Fair in the corner. It's from the side to try and keep it in. Shaw trying to get it out of his own end, and that's knocked down here by Toros to try and find an open lane to get it out. Got cut off, though, by Schuler on the other side. Horn takes Schuler's spot at the line and tries to keep it in, but that goes over his stick. It's a rolling puck that has to get picked up by Henry. Henry sends it down the ice past Fair. No icing. Fair had Stringer on him, so he puts it around the boards for Shaw. Here comes a chance back up the other way they come. 2-on-2 rush. Trying to bring it in. Griffin was waiting at the side for a pass that couldn't come to him. Hard around the boards. Nakawatasi through center. Nakawatasi brings it up over the line with a pass over here to the other side. Nakawatasi picks that up here again. Puts it behind the net, looking at in front. Nakawatasi shot! Stopped there by Leg, who makes that save. Trying to find an open lane to get it out. Pushed back deeper by Whitby behind the goal. Baris couldn't hold that in, and that gets cleared out. Here comes a chance for Griffin, turning up the speed. Sam Griffin, a shot just wide over the mark. trying to keep this in. Good job by Nakawatasi to knock that away at center. Back into the Whitby end it goes for service. Over here for Nakawatasi. Nakawatasi with a late pass up through center. That's picked up there against Baris and put back into the Whitby end where service gets it. Toros have it at center. That's Shaw trying to get it over here to the other side. Read well by Baris, who tries to bring it in. Baris is getting up here with Nakawatasi, and they try to get a pass over there to him that didn't make it. Trying to get it back here to the line for Bradica with a shot tipped on the way through. It went in wide. Off to the corner now. Right in front of the net. Marshall couldn't take the pass, and that gets out. From center, Bradica. The pass for the captain's service. Has it here at center. Service with a drop pass. Into the corner, goes Tavares after it. Tavares, drop pass shot, stopped there by Leg. It's still loose from the side, and it gets poked in, and Whitby have opened up the scoring. Leg got a piece of that, but it wound up making its way behind him and getting swept in by the Whitby defender right in front. Baris, I believe, number 17, got a stick on it to make it 1-0 in favor of Whitby. It was either Baris or Nakawatasi who got their last stick on that as they led their way down the bench. So now it's a 1-0 Whitby lead. That comes with 2 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Back in behind the net it goes Schuler. As Schuler couldn't get to the loose puck, pushed in behind the net. Coming around the boards here for Horn, who looks for an open lane to get it out. Tipped away through center against Quinn. Stringer brings us in. Stringer gonna look for a shot on net, stopped by Leg, and there's no rebound. Face-off is coming off now to the right of the Toros goal. Right on net by Schuler, scores! Schuler from the line is able to find a way to beat Leg through a screen, and Whitby have grabbed the 2-0 lead. Face off one here by the Toros. Looking to dump this into the corner. It goes behind the net. That's an opportunity here for Schuler now. Big hit there in the corner. Brock Gardner trying to help as well. Against Whitlock, they try and get this puck free. Taken away here by Nakawatasi, but he gets held up there by Ethan Sikma at center. From their own end is Marshall trying to dump it in. The lead pass is Nakawatasi now for Nakawatasi. Right to the side, and can't shoot that from the left end of the net. Here comes the chance to dump it in. Up through center, comes Gardner with a pass to the other side. Here comes a chance, shot on net, hitting a stick and going up into the air. Behind the net it goes now. Right in front for Gardner out of his reach. Shot! Can't get one to the net. Right loose here, trying to get it free was Shaw. Shaw doing everything he can to put it in. Whitlock gets it, shot! Wide of the mark. Coming around the side here for Sikma to try and hold it in. But Nakawatasi was able to poke it past him from his own end, scooping that up. The Toros go for that stretch pass through center. Just over the stick. Hills comes out to play the puck. Shot. Evan Hay takes it away. Taken away here by Whitby out of their own end as Marshall leads it in. Marshall on net. Kicked aside there by Leg off to the side. Coming around the side here for Cole Tashla to try and find an open lane. Brodhagen picks it up from his own end. Brodhagen with a late pass over here to the other side for... Here's Bradica after it. From his own zone. Picks it up and gets it here to the side. Hay trying to put pressure on. Tavares picks this up. Tavares bringing this up here for Whitby. He's getting up here with Baris. The drop pass was for Stringer, who gets a shot on net. And it's blocked away there by Leg. Here comes a chance back up the other way with a lead pass up through center. Just out of the reach. Trying to find an open lane to bring it in for Jackson Brodhagen. Shot. Stopped there by Hills. Logan McMurray goes off to the corner and puts it behind the net. From behind their own goal goes Bradica. He'll get hit into the boards as Ethan Leg tried to help. Griffin a shot. Right pass saved by Hills. Loose there for McMurray to try and get a stick on it and couldn't get to it. Big hit there again at center. Here comes a chance back up the other way. That shot got knocked down Toros trying to pick up this loose puck, and we'll get a whistle on a hit as Stringer is trying to make his way to his feet. 5 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Noah Kay will take this draw, and then we'll have an intermission between these two teams. It was 0-0 after 1 period of play, but Whitby were able to score 2 of them here. One coming in on a rebound to make it 1-0, and then a shot from the line by Schuler made its way through as there's the final shot on net by Horn, as that doesn't beat the Horn, it goes in on net and gets stopped by Leg for the final save of the second period. The under 15 AA Toros have some work to do to go to the third. They're down by 2 against Whitby. We'll come back with the third period. Kickoff, period, third action. Toros have got to dig themselves out of the 2-goal hole they find themselves in after the 2-goal second period by Whitby. And Henry gets the first puck of period number 3 for the Wildcats up out of their own end. Fired out. Leg had thoughts about coming out to play it, and he does. From behind the goal goes Marshall. Push back in behind the net, coming around the boards. Looking to find an open lane to get this out. Whitlock and Fair from behind the goal. Taken away by Whitby, trying to jam this in from the side. And taken away here by the Toros out of their own end with a pass by Ethan Legg down the ice and going for icing. Stringer now to take the draw here for Whitby. Comes here to the other side for Brad Hagan. His lead pass was out of the reach of Griffin and all the way down the ice for icing. Face off now is off to the right of the Whitby or Toros end. Service couldn't do anything with the puck. It's going to be a turnover here to the Toros as they dump it in. Bradica going back in his own end. Bradica from behind the goal gets that around, but kept in by the Toros. Good moves here to try and get one to the front of the net. Taken away here by Whitby as they flip it away through center. Looking to make this up through center ice. He comes up over the line, and that's behind the goal by Quinn. Turned over to the Toros as they try and get it out of their own end with Logan McMurray through center. McMurray is hit there at center ice there by Stringer. Coming after that loose puck here was the Toros picking it up. Looking to move this over here for Shaw. Shaw's passway was broken up. From their own zone goes Shaw again. The other Shaw, number 10, from behind the goal. Up through center, tipped in by Justin Shaw, back behind the net. Henry taking this from behind his own goal. Around the boards it goes and back into the Toros end, scooped up here by Colehausen in his own end. Hausen looking for an open lane to get this up. That goes over the stick of Noah Kay down the ice for icing. Marshall now to take the draw, loses it, and Colehausen puts it around the other side for Brock Gardner. Gardner couldn't get it out of his own end. Here comes a shot on net going wide behind the goal. Hausen putting this around now for Legg, who looks for a pass to the other side for Gardner. Gardner out from his own end, trying to make his way through, had it kicked away off his stick. Through center, Hausen gets the opportunity to dump it back in. He puts it back in behind the goal as it comes around the net. Knocked down here from center by the Toros and dumped back into the corner. From behind their own net, the chance to clear it out through center ice is knocked down at center by Hausen, who tried to put it back in. Brock Gardner putting pressure on the other end. Here comes a chance for Baris. Baris is up over the line. Good sweep away there by Hausen, but Baris gets it back. Here comes Whitlock turning up some speed. Whitlock with a pass there for Shaw, broken up. Back up the other way they come with Baris, or Tavares, sorry, putting it into the corner. From behind the net, coming around the boards here for Shaw. He's in a battle here against Stringer, trying to get the puck free. Here's Baris looking to cut through, and Stringer as well. Late pass for Trace Whitlock. Whitlock bringing it up, coming up over the line. His shot is going to go in wide to the right side. Trying to keep it in here from the blue line, and he does. Good job by Fair to hold that in. Fair's going to try and hold it in there again, but Bradica can't get rid of it. Good job by Fair. Jumped and made that stop. Was able to keep it alive in the Whitby end. A chance here to clear it out. Kept in again by Fair. Shot on net is going in wide. Hit a player out in front and didn't make the goal. Cleared out through center and dumped right back in. But no, Whitby knocked that down and they bring it up through center. Here comes Stringer up over the line. He gets collided into and couldn't do anything with the puck. Noah Kay from behind the goal. Kay puts it around the boards here for Hay to try and get it out of his own end. Got it up here for Griffin. Griffin getting up there with Kay, but the shot went wide. Coming around the right-hand side, behind the net, Noah Kay tried to tangle up with his man. Shaw trying to keep it in there as well. From behind the net, it's going to come around the board to get kept in here from the blue line and get pushed behind the goal. Trying to jam it in from the right side of the net. That lead pass is going over everybody. And we'll come back into the Whitby end on an icing call. Face-off now is off to the right of the Whitby end. Coming around the boards here with a lead pass. That's going to roll all the way into the Toros zone and roll enough to go for icing. Face-off was off to the left of the Whitby end. That shot by Shaw got blocked. Dumped right back in on goal and gets scooped up there by Hills, who leaves it off to the side. From behind the net. Trying to win this from behind the goal. A lead pass is going to get broken up here at center by Shaw. Put in there by Whitlock, who tried to find that loose puck. Now over here for Ben Shaw through center with a lead pass. Ethan Legg will flip that in for Whitlock. Drop pass for Evan Hay, trying to make his way through. Hit a stick, went up in the air, and Hills couldn't make the catch. Stays into the Whitby end. Not for long. There's a lead pass. Can't get to it through center. Now scooped up and put into the Toros end behind the goal. Brodhagen takes it from behind. Brodhagen will get it over here for a chance for Shaw to get this out. And he got it up through center. From their own end comes Brodhagen to try and dump it in. Flipped up, knocked down by Hay, trying to get to the loose puck. Goes behind the net instead. Kept in here from the line. A shot on goal is going to go in wide of the net. Scooped up here by the Toros. Hard around and out. Trying to pick this up there was Griffin along with Whitlock in the offensive zone. Tavares picks it up and sends it over to the side. From their own end, they'll sweep it away. That was going to be offside if Stringer brought it in. Cole Tastula tries to make his way through. Racing after the puck here in the corner. He's got to beat Schuler after the puck. From behind the goal now. Schuler has it and tried to do something with it from behind. Got tripped up behind the goal. That's going to go down the ice. And it'll be an icing call. Face-off is off to the left of Hills, who gets ready in the goal. Quick shot off the draw, isn't going to make it through. Tashla Griffin tried to get to that loose puck. Coming around the side. From behind, they try and jam it in from the side of the net, stopped by Hills. Griffin tried to get to that loose puck again. That's up in the air and got kept in from the line by Sigma, but now skated away by Whitby. Up through center, he brings it in with Nakawatasi, and Nakawatasi had it stripped away from him. Back up the other way went Griffin, but couldn't go with it. Right from the side. They try and jam this in from the side of the net. Taken away here by the Toros out of their own zone with a lead pass for Tastula. Tastula tries to make his way through. From behind the net, he's followed by Service and behind the goal. Looking for the wraparound out of front, and nobody can convert. Back into the Toros end it goes with Braden Fair. Fair from behind the net starts this out. Gonna look for a pass on his backhand for Ethan Legg. Legg to the other side now. Here comes Whitlock. Whitlock a shot. It goes in wide. Comes around and Brodhagen will keep it in. Over here to the side for Ben Shaw. Behind the goal for Ethan Legg, who sets it up in front, and Whitby can't get it out. Shot by Shaw on net. Stopped by Hills, and he holds on to it. Face-off one off the draw. Quick shot. Stopped there as Hills tried to find that loose puck. Here comes Whitby. Trying to get around Brodhagen for an opportunity. He takes it right to the side and hits the side of the goal. Here comes three back the other way for the Toros. Lead pass for Tastula. Tastula tries to make his way in. He gets pushed wide by Bradica, so it goes behind the goal. Good pressure on here by the Toros as they try and do something with the puck. From their own end, here comes a chance for Whitby, dumping it up. Over the side, here comes a chance to bring it in for Marshall, who goes off to the corner. Marshall went for the drop pass. Here comes a chance to dump it in front. Taken away here by the Toros out of their own end. And here comes Whitlock through center. Whitlock tried to bring it up over the offensive zone. He had it knocked away from him. In the corner it goes for Whitby. Taking this from his own zone and leading it out. It's a 3-on-2 rush trying to start it is Stringer. Stringer right in front for Baris. Couldn't bury it from their own end. Toros get that lead pass for Whitlock over his stick. Whitlock trying to stick to his man. Evan Hayes got control of it. Evan Hay trying to win this battle on the left-hand side. From behind the net, sends it up in front. Coming around here for the Toros to try and get it back to the blue line. That'll get cleared away at center. From his own zone, he tried to put it in there for leg. Drop pass for Evan Hay. Hay can't shoot as he was getting hooked up. Taken away here by Whitby out of their own end. Almost approaching 5 minutes left to go here in period 3. Ethan Legg coming after that loose puck here. Tried to cut his way in. He's right in on goal, then loses the puck. From behind, they try and jam it out in front. Kept in by Fair, who couldn't do anything with it, and that gets sent down the ice. Coming right back into the Whitby end on the icing call. Face-off is coming off now to the right of the Whitby end. Coming around the boards, Cole Tassler's got control. Tassler went for the pass, he got broken up. Here comes Whitby the other way, trying to start 3-on-2. Poke it past Broadhagen, going behind the net. Up in the air, trying to find that loose puck. Here comes Nakawatasi. He has it knocked away from him as that goes back into the Toros end. That is Shaw behind the goal. Putting it around the boards now for Griffin to try and get it out. It's a lead pass for over the stick of Whitlock. And here's Cole Tassler trying to get to it. Tassler from his own end flips it up there for Whitlock, but he couldn't make his way through. Quinn from his own zone will pick it up. As Whitby just killing off time, moving it around in their own end. And now they tip it deep into the Toro zone. From behind the goal, keeping control of it behind the net. A chance here to move it up. The pass for Griffin was picked off as Broadhagen tried to get it. Henry trying to pick up this loose puck in his own end. Coming around the boards, here comes a chance now for Baris. Baris takes us to the left side, takes it behind the goal now. Baris is hitting there into the left side to try and keep it alive. Flipped out, and that is going to be a high stick. Face-off was off to the right of the Toros end. Trying to win this battle on the other side. The lead pass for Tesla went over his skate. Here comes a chance now for Braden Fair to get it to the other side. Looking for a lead pass just out of the reach of McMurray, going off to the corner. From behind the net, trying to win that battle behind the Whitby goal. Kept in by Fair from the line. They're going to the front of the net, looking to take this shot. Trying to keep this alive, and he does. Good job by Hill to try and keep it in. Right back into the Whitby zone behind the net. They're going to flip this one away through center, and that'll come back and not be enough for icing. Late pass for Tassler, trying to tip it in. Marshall going back in his own end after it here for Whitby. As it's here at center, knocked down here by Ethan Legg. Legg will put this in off the boards behind the Whitby net. Griffin is going to try and cut it off. Kept in by Broadhagen, shot from the net. Tipped on net, tipped on goal, and got stopped by Hills. Face-off was off now to the left. Getting set in the goal is Hills. From behind the goal, Owen Legg has gone to the bench now for the extra attacker. Toros need 2, and they've only got 2 minutes left to go. Here comes Shaw through center, dumps it in, hit the linesman. That took a Whitby bounce there, as that was making its way into the Whitby zone. Here comes a chance for Shaw to get it away for Evan Hay. Hay's pass is coming here to the other side. Here comes Whitlock with it. Whitlock to the other side, they try and dump it in. Behind the goal and behind the net now for the Toros as it comes around the other side. Shot on net is redirected in wide past Hills. Evan Hay coming after it now, right in front of the net. trying to find that loose puck. Shot on net, gets blocked. Brodhagen tried to keep it in and could not do it. Tipped down the ice and hits the side of the goal. Not enough for icing from behind their own net. That got picked off here by Marshall. Marshall trying to take this one to the net and fires it up into the netting. But it didn't reach the netting though, so we keep the play alive. From behind their own net, he starts it out. Trying to find an open lane with Brodhagen. Here comes Noah Kay. Kay trying to send one to the net. Taking a hit in behind the goal. Trying to keep it alive here on the line was Griffin, as that's still alive in the Whitby end. Burries couldn't get to that loose puck, so it comes back in the zone. Here's Whitlock, shot, blocked away there by Hills. Noah Kay tried to get to that loose puck as well. From behind the goal now, Whitby get the chance to clear, and that's going to go down the ice and be an icing call. Face-off was just off to the right of Hills in the Whitby end. From behind the goal, trying to set this up. That's going to get kept in here by Tassler to try and get to that loose puck on goal. Gets scooped up there by Hills, who will take another face-off. Face-off was off. There's a shot that gets kicked away there by Hills in behind the net. And Whitby get the chance to clear this out. And he's going to have a wide open goal to shoot at. And this one he's not going to miss, as Neko Odyssey is able to put the finishing touches on this one into the empty net, as Whitby are going to come away with a 3-0 victory over the Toros. Face off here from center. We'll get one more face off to end things off, and Noah Kay wins that final draw. Hills is going to pick up the shutout in the Whitby goal as they wind up winning this one 3-0 over the Toros. It was 2 big goals in that second period. I believe Neko Odyssey got that first one, and then Schuler scored right after that on a shot from the line, that surprise leg to make it 2-0. And then the empty netter by Neko Odyssey put this one to bed as Whitby convert over the Toros 3-0 on this Wednesday night. And we've got one more game on our schedule. The winner goes off to the OMHAs between the under 15 BB Toros and Oshawa.